And if you could get him to really understand that it's okay, that you have the capability of making decisions for yourself, what would that do for you? That's important, that you want him to know or feel, or for you to know or feel.
I'd have self-esteem and independence.
Oh, self-esteem and independence. Tell me a little bit about that.
I want people to know that I have that, and I can do it myself.
I can do it so then you would have that sense that you could do it yourself, and they would also know that.
Yeah.
That your brother would know that.
Yeah.
And if your brother knew that you could do it by yourself, and you had self-esteem around that, what's important about that?
Then he could stop worrying. He wouldn't have to worry about me anymore.
Oh, okay.
If he knew that I could take care of myself.
Oh, so you don't want him to worry about you anymore?
No.
Okay. All right. And if he didn't worry about you anymore, what about that would be important if you knew he didn't have to worry?
Then maybe we could have a better relationship.
Okay. So do you understand that what he really wants is a better relationship with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that you understand what he really wants is connection? Okay. So now notice he's kind of going, And so Chris, if you could make sure that you had connection with Brent, when you kept that connection, and what would that be okay for him then perhaps to think about doing something other than going to college? If you knew you had that connection with him?
Yeah. I mean, I'd at least like to see him explore the options.
Okay. So if you had connection with him, you'd also like him to explore options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least take a look.
Right, at least take a look. So, and pretty much you could predict that given the situation. So and if he explored options and you guys were connected, then would that be okay for you?
Yeah.
What else? What else is needed? That's real important for you to know or have in this situation. We might even look at it, if he was exploring options and you guys were connected, what would that do that's important?
Well, I'd like also for him to acknowledge that what I'm doing is my choice, and that just because it's different from what he's doing also, that it's no better or worse, or that I don't think I'm better.
Oh, okay. So you'd like to have your choice acknowledged.
Yeah.
And acknowledge that you don't think it's that you're better than him because you're doing it that
Yeah.
way. Which would again facilitate that connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you had that and he really did understand it was your choice and that it was good for you and he valued it and you guys had the connection and you knew he was exploring options, how would that be for you? Would that be acceptable?
Yeah.
Yeah, much better. Okay. Now I see something that I think maybe is real there. Okay, thank you. And if you got acceptance from him that you were doing the right thing for you and that he respected that, could you also respect that what he wants is, and you want a relationship with him, you want to keep that relationship with him. Can you understand that what he wants and respect what he wants is that he knows you're looking at options, and that what he wants is connection with you, and for you to know that indeed he's making the right choice for him? Is that something that resonates with you? It is? Is there anything else that you need in order to look at options and keep connected? Keep that relationship that you like?
I need him to feel proud of me just for being who I am.
Okay. And if you got that from him, he was proud of you just the way you are. What would that allow you to know or have that's important?
Just to know that he loves me.
So it sounds like what both of you want is a respectful and loving relationship with each other. Okay, now we got it. Okay, and we got body shifts, etc. All right, we got it.
Can I shake this? I really went into my little brother.
I know, I can tell, yeah, take it out.
Okay.
All right, so leave these characters behind you. Is there anything you want to say to each other in real life or as the characters that needs closure here?
I'm gonna wait till I go home and I'll say it to my little brother.
Okay, great. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right, good job. Well done. Okay. So, questions about the steps. We set up the situation, and it really does help to pick something real, because I got a hunch you got a lot of good information out of yeah, a lot of good information. So why not use this to gather information? So we did that. I then identified, we had identified in setting this up, the position, right? Positive intention for each side, and getting it to a level of agreement that both of them could go, that's acceptable to me. And that takes a little moving around. And you notice that when I did it, I didn't just always go up to the next meta outcome. I would check in what else is needed. So adding to the plate, and then a meta outcome that a little bit, until we got to a meta outcome that incorporated all of that. And it was about relationship and respect. And then when you see both sides, you're getting something happening in both sides. And so if between the two of you, you could have this agreement, then you might start doing it a little differently amongst you. You want movement from both. Yes, and that's all you need for now. Okay, and it will create already some new ideas. Okay. How about an hour, 20 minutes each? Does that sound right? Yeah. Go have fun. Hey, boy, let me tell you, you guys picked some good ones. So here's what I'm inviting you to do. Stand up, raise your arms like this, and breathe in the energy from the stars into the top of your head and down to your belly button, a little bit below it. Oh, and then on you exhale, take all of the energy in the role playing and go whoof and put it down into the earth. Leave it down there. And then suck in your energy back into your body. Me. Say me. 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 Okay. Oh, yeah. Good. I'll tell you what, some of your role playing was so good that I just wanted to slap somebody. This group over here picked a real life situation, a doozy that was role played really, really well and had very little movement. And sometimes that happens. And what you then know is that these tools will still work. You need a lot more information of the whole constellation, because what we had going here was not just an issue between two people. There were children, there was a wife that was absent, there were all of these people involved in this issue that needed to come out, to be brought out. So each one of those relationships needed to be understood, what each person in that relationship needed. So let's say this one person who was being really like this, the relationship with the wife was impacting, the relationship with the daughter was impacting. So it wasn't just this that you had to deal with. It was this, and then this, and then this. And then there were all the friends over here. So there, and sometimes if you get no movement, back up, broaden the picture. What else is going on? And that's where, and what your bottom line is always back up, reestablish rapport. This could take months. A situation like you were in could take months and months. Sometimes you get a nice quick shift. Sometimes you encounter something like this. Back up. Gather more information. What about the other relationships?
When you say when you encounter this, can you tell us what this is? Because we weren't able to watch the dynamic.
It's resistance where neither side was giving at all. At all.
So you have this sort of like this kind of thing?
He's got to do this or else, and I'm not doing it. This is between a father and a son. Teenager, grown father, single father, mother's gone, little daughter in the house. I mean, there's all this stuff. There's guilt, resentment, power issues, all of this. Again, back up, gathering the information.
So this is going to take more than one session.
They didn't pick an easy one. They didn't pick a little easy. They picked one of these. I mean, the only one they could have picked that was maybe a little more complicated and entrenched is like the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Or the terrorists and the American armed...
is this a blended family sort of...
We don't have to go into the details, except that there was a lot impacting just this. And very often there is. When you get this, you better look for what else. What else? Okay? So, other comments, questions, what you experienced?
I just want certain questions went really badly. Other questions worked a lot better.
Do you notice the category? How you categorize the ones that went well and categorize the ones that went badly?
Certain questions like,
Well, this father was not responding to questions like, so what does this allow for you? Or
Right,
how
yeah,
does
because
this
he
make you
wasn't
feel?
going, yeah, he wasn't.
That would go straight down into the toilet. And so it was more of, and then after a while Oliver broke in and started matching, because I personally didn't want to match that aggressive energy.
Right.
But he went in and he just started kind of duking it out with him, and that actually got a little farther along, lo and
Makes
behold.
sense.
And so then when we went back outside, Father opened up a little more alone out of the presence
Right.
of the Son, but still I had to adjust the way I was going at things and drop the touchy-feely crap. Because
Right.
that was
that's the way I interpreted
Touchy-feely crap. That's right. Not only is he right, what's his touchy-feely crap?
right.
Which, God knows why his wife left. So anyway, but you got agreement in pacing then, and you can even agree with the reasons behind his position.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
'Cause I agreed with
Absolutely,
him.
It
absolutely.
wasn't him being a tyrant.
No.
It was, trying to take care of the family.
Take care of the family. I can understand why you want to take care of the family. That's really important, to want to take care of your family. And having your son do this is really screwing everything up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So good noting. All right, good. So that rapport